Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This week we're doing a video on swapping out the filter in Charlie's cage with a new Fluval filter, and we'll do an unboxing and we'll talk about if it will work for reptiles. I'm Andrew Edwards. I've spent most of my life learning about animals, and now focusing on education, breeding, care, and the discovering of new animals. Welcome to Andrew's Reptile Arc. So for our new viewers, this is Charlie, our Dwarf Caiman, and he hasn't been fed in a few days, so he's kind of hungry. But we're swapping out his filter. Back there is one filter that actually connects down here, and we're swapping out the other one so it'll actually be different and filter more water per hour, so it'll keep the water more clean and it'll do a deeper clean of the water. Get you a little zoomed in. This is Charlie. So I'll post a picture of the new filter right now. It is a bigger filter. It will filter more gallons per hour, like I said, and it's designed for fish, so it's actually going to filter more water. It'll have biological, mechanical, and chemical filtration all in one, so it'll be the deepest clean possible. And it's designed for huge fish tanks, and the fish tank it's rated for is about 400 gallons, which is a lot bigger than this. This pond right here is about 75 gallons. The 400 gallons is way more than this, so it'll filter the water quite quickly. Alright, so we have everything out of the box. This is just going to be a quick overview of what each thing is. Obviously this is the lid, the filter, which I'll take out in a second, the tubing that comes with it. This is the drainage tubing that actually goes in this little port right here. We'll talk about that quickly in 1 second. Out port with 2 nozzles, so that's kind of, they're directional too, so you can kind of move them around. We don't really do product reviews, but I'm going to do this one real quick. This is where the water goes in, obviously with the strainer. This is for going around the tank. The glass sits right here in a fish tank. And the same thing with that one for the out port, and the nozzle kind of clamps in when it goes into the tank. These two are ports that go on top of here, like right here. And this is what the tubing right here is going to connect into. And then the adjustable flow on each one. Some rings for connecting the tubing to this so it doesn't leak. And we'll set you up and I'll take these out so you can see how much filtration these things have. Now these do have it's a 925 gallon per hour output, but this is not accurate. It's something I didn't know when I bought this. It actually only has a 563 gallon per hour output because they run it with just the pump power. It's not actually the filter's capability. When water rushes in here, it slows down the gallons per hour, and that's how they get the 563. So it's actually a lot less powerful than we thought. These are just they clip in at the bottom here, and you can actually lift it a lot easier all at once, which is good. So that was kind of smart what they thought about. 3 different tiers of filtration, comes with a few bags. Coarse filter is basically just 2 filters. I'm gonna have to clean this anyway, so I might as well take it out. And these just are the coarse filters. And the fine filters right here that apparently are carbon infused, I think. We'll see what that does. The tray. This one, same thing. The filter pads that will clean. I don't need to show you me cleaning it because I don't think you want to see that. This is biological filter media, which is, they're basically ceramic rings, and this is what the good bacteria is going to cling to, and it's going to clean your tank. So I need to clean that out as well. These rings, I have heard you don't have to use them, but I kind of will, I guess. Where'd the other one go? Was there another one? I'm not sure. Here's another one, same thing. This will apparently deep clean your tanks, so you can see how different layers of filtration. Another coarse filter. Actually, I think this one's fine, but I guess we'll find out. Another one. Exactly like the other one, and just the big ones right here. So we're gonna clean all that, and then now I'll go back in. This is bags for carbon, stuff like that. You can use these. I already have them in the old filter, which we'll probably end up by using those instead of those bags, but it's always nice to have a spare. So I'm gonna clean that right now. So I decided to just hook it up. I didn't really think you guys wanted to see all that, but it is all hooked up to the cage now. We have 2 nozzles coming out. Charlie's swimming over. But there are 2 nozzles coming out, one in this direction and one in the other. You can see Charlie is really standing by the edge here. So it's shooting out in 2 different directions, which will allow water flow to be spread out throughout the entire cage. I'm just gonna push Charlie. So the water will be pushed out in 2 different directions now, which will get the best circulation possible. And the intake is right there. I'm not going to go touch it because it's right beside him, but it's right down there. So it is doing a pretty good job. I feel it's been in there for about an hour. And it is doing a good job, but we'll really see what happens in the next few weeks. It's really hard to tell right now, but I think it's going to do a really good job. It's worked for the water dragons cage. They have smaller Fluval filter for their pond, which is right in there. I don't have it anymore. And we have one on the fish tank upstairs as well. So Caimans do spend a lot of time in the water. So they do defecate in the water, and they shed, they go to the bathroom in the water all the time. So you will see a buildup more than a fish tank, let's say. But not much has changed about his enclosure since we put him in. Everything's pretty much the same. And we still have this filter back there to kind of be like a backup. And so that side of the cage is fully filtered as well. It only has the one port to go out, but that's fine. So if you're wondering if Fluval filters will work for reptile cages, I say 100% they'll work. You just have to know the application you're using it for. Obviously, you're not going to put this on a little tote thing. It's not going to filter that well because it needs to suck it up through the tubes and then eventually into the filter. What I like about this new Fluval is it has a self-priming mechanism. Unlike this one that we have here, you have to push down on that to prime it, and then it kind of circulates the flow. This one doesn't have it, which is actually very nice. It has a self-priming mechanism. Does have a drain feature. We won't use it, but you can drain the tank from there. And they have nozzles that control flow and everything. We just keep it open because we might as well. And this does filter a lot. So yes, it will work for reptile cages. It will work for fish tanks. They'll work really well for fish tanks. You just have to have the filter below the water level. In this case, I was taking a risk and maybe it wasn't going to work, but it does. So yes, it will work for fish. It will work for reptiles. I've been running it for a few hours now, and I think it's going to do very well. I could give an update video in a few weeks to show you guys if it actually works long term. The only downside I really think is the price. They are very expensive. I think they're about $370 US, about $600 Canadian, which is pretty extreme if you ask me. So I don't recommend them for all fish tanks, but I mean, if you have the price, or if you have the money, I guess you can afford it to do that. But yeah, they are very expensive. He's kind of shy about the camera, but as soon as I back off, he comes right up. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I'm going to close this so I don't have to stare at him. I can look at you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Like and subscribe. I think it's a great filter. I think you guys will love it if you guys decide to get one of their products. They have really amazing filters. I think they're a great company. The only downside is it's expensive, but if it works as well as they say, then it kind of works out for the money. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys like Fluval, or if you use another company that you want me to try, and I will try it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.